Hi, this is Sherry, BeFit Sherry. This is our 5 everyday exercises. I'm going to show you 5 exercises that I encourage you to do every day. This is to help strengthen and create stability in your hips and your back. These exercises came from years of working with people and having some issues myself with sciatic nerve, low back, and also medial glute work and knee problems that were all solved by doing these exercises faithfully 3, 4, 5 times a day for a couple of weeks to solve some of these issues, but they did resolve them. And so now I do these exercises every day faithfully, at least once a day. And when I'm feeling any kind of pain in those areas that I know are needing some love and attention, then I do it more than once a day, sometimes three times a day. So here they are. This is going to be a quick 10 minutes, and let's get started. So I have here a few tools. One, a household lovely rolling pin. I have a foam roller, if you have that at home. I have a weight, a 5-pound weight. If you have these things, great. If you don't, it's not a big deal. You can use your own body to manipulate your muscles and get this work done. And there's also a band here. If you do happen to have one of these bands, or a loop band or any kind of resistance band or rope, those are great for one of the exercises. So here we go, 5 essential exercises. So the first thing we're going to do is, the first exercise is self-massage. All we're going to do is just loosen up our muscles of our legs, the big muscle groups in the front and the back of our legs. It's just a massaging technique to get the blood flowing through these muscles, kind of reducing some of the pain and the knots that you might have going on in these muscles. If you have spots that feel like a tightness or pain, you're going to want to gently press through, maybe using your thumbs, maybe gently pressing through with the palms of your hands. You can also use these tools, and this is a foam roller, and it's big. It's a little uncomfortable to use it to do this. It's not ideal, but it works, and it's great. And most people do have one of these in their home. So I'm just rolling the outsides of my quadriceps. You can do the center, right? We should work the entire part of the whole quadriceps. So this big muscle group here, more than one muscle, but it's not flat. So we don't want to just roll the center. We want to roll on the sides a little bit too, but gently. We're not looking for pain. If you're really tight muscles, you might experience a little bit of uncomfortableness and pain. That's not why we're here. We're just loosening things up. And if you do this every day, that discomfort is going to decrease, which is exactly why you need to do it. So there we go. So we're just doing a little self-massage on the quadriceps. I usually do 3 to 5 passes on each area of the quads. So 3 to 5 passes slowly on the outside, 3 to 5 passes in the center, and 3 to 5 on the inside. And then I'll move to the back of that leg, and then I'll do my hamstring. Same thing. I'm just rolling through my hamstring. Sometimes it's better to use your hands. You can feel if there's tightness or any kind of little knots, things that need to be broken up, maybe the inner thigh as well. So I'm trying not to flex the muscle of the leg that I'm working on. I'm trying to work through those loose muscles, not contracted muscles. So I'm not holding this super tight. Okay, and I'm going to do the other side, same thing, just pressing through, kind of working through that muscle, the length of it, not going over bone, just gently massaging. Nice and easy. Good. Another way to help your muscles recover and feel like they're not as tight is making sure you're drinking plenty of water. It can be a big problem for people that don't drink enough water. They constantly feel like their muscles are tight. Just drinking more water can help your muscles recover from work and work better. They're hydrated muscles, right? The muscle fibers can do their job of flowing back and forth easier when they're well hydrated. So if you do think water might be a problem for you, I encourage you to start drinking more water. It's a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of per pound of desired body weight. So if your desired body weight is 140 pounds, you should be drinking 70 to 140 ounces of water a day. So ½ ounce to an ounce, right? So if you work out, it might be a little more than that, right? And more than half, right? There we go. All right, good. So a little loosening of the muscles. So spend a few minutes doing that to get the muscles ready. So that's our first exercise, is self-massage in foam rolling, whatever technique you want to use for that. The second exercise we're going to use is cat-cow. We're going to do is cat-cow. Cat-cow is performed on your hands and knees. Make sure your wrists and your shoulders are lined up. We're in a perfect square position. This is a common yoga move. We're going to round our back, kind of tuck your tail under, and then we're going to arch our back just a little bit and lift our tail. So pretending like we're a dog, we have a little tail, and then we're tucking it and we're lifting it. So we're rounding that back, and then we're arching that back. Nice and easy. You can lift your chin and tuck your chin slightly if you like. It adds a little more flexibility, a little more movement to the spine. And that's what we're doing. We're creating mobility in our spine, because a lot of us have very tight backs. We have good posture, and we practice really strong strength training for our core, which is awesome. We want to be stable and strong, but sometimes our back can get too tight, too stiff, right? So we want to create mobility in our spine. This cat-cow will do that. So I do this 10 times. And the next exercise we're going to do is bridges. Actually, go back to cat-cow. If cat-cow is tough for you because of a wrist, elbow, or shoulder issue, maybe you do a version of cat-cow on your elbows. So my hands are relaxed, my elbows are on the ground, and I'm just doing a little cat-cow this way. Feels a little different, but if this is better for you, that's great. You can also do this on an elevated surface. If you have a box or a step, you can put your elbows on. That might be more comfortable too. The next exercise is bridges. So bridges, we roll over onto our backs, nice and easy on your back. Your hands are down to your side, palms down. Your knees are bent. Your knees are bent in a comfortable position, a couple inches further out than your hips. So if I put my heels directly under my knees, right, it's going to be too short of an angle here. And when I lift up, I'm going to feel a stretching and pulling right above my kneecaps and my lower quadriceps. That's too close. That's too small of an angle. If you bring your feet too far out and you try and lift in a bridge, you're going to feel some tightness in the back of your lower hamstring, behind your knee almost. It'll feel really tight after just a few of them. So there's kind of a sweet spot to find when you're doing a bridge. When you find that sweet spot, you're just going to drive through your heels, lift your pelvic girdle all the way up off the ground. Yep, and all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. It's almost impossible to go too high. Squeeze through the glutes, drive through the heels, lift and lower. Good, nice and easy. Try to relax your hands. Good. Another little option with this exercise is to drive your knees apart slightly as you lift up. Drive your knees out just a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like, right? My knees are just at the top. Boom, I'm pulling my knees apart just a little bit. And that's creating a little extra squeeze through my medial glutes, right? My medial glutes are something that need to be strong to keep my hips stable. There we go. Very good. So I do 10 of these. Yep. Make it easy. 10, 10, 10. Lots of 10s. So the next exercise, those are bridges, 10 of those. The next exercise is clamshell. If you have a weight or a band, you can place that around your, right above your knees, or you can hold the weight on your leg. Okay, I'm going to show you the exercise on this side with no weight and just using my body weight. So you're laying on your side, your neck is supported with your arm here. You're laying down, your hips are stacked, your knees are stacked, one on top of the other, and ankles are stacked. Your knees are not directly out in front of you, maybe a slightly less of an angle. And we're just gonna keep our ankles together and open our knees up. Open, it's a clamshell. So this may seem a little easy. Maybe do 10 or 20 of these to start. If it's easy, that's fine. Maybe then it's already time to add a little bit more resistance to the outer thigh. And I'm just pressing with my hand. You're trying to keep the torso completely stable. These muscles are engaged right here. It's a great core exercise. Another option is to add the weight to your leg. right? This, and I'm just holding it gently and letting my leg work a little bit harder, my glute. So this is, we're activating that medial glute here, right? And another way to do this, so I'd be 10 on one, 10 on each side. Like I said, if you do 20 of them, that's fine. But if you can do 20, maybe it's time to add some resistance, right? And the more we add resistance to a muscle, we're going to get stronger doing that, using that muscle. It'll get stronger. It'll step up to the plate, right? Unless there's a reason not to add weight, which would be pain. Okay, so, and if any of these exercises cause you pain, then maybe they're not right for you, right? You got to listen to your body and do your best. So I switch sides now. I'm laying on my side. Make sure your shoulders, your hips, your knees and ankles are stacked. Belly button to your spine, keeping that stable pelvic girdle right here, stable. I'm not rolling back. Open up, good. Usually when I do these clamshells, I'll do 10 singles, and then on the last one, I'll hold it up for 10 seconds. Good job, stay there. Good, there we go. There we go, nice. Nice, and we hold for 10 seconds, very good. And the last one is called gliding. So roll over onto your back. From here, you can remove the band from your legs. Gliding is a great technique to desensitize your nerve in the back of your leg. So if you've ever had issues with your hamstrings or sciatic nerve, low back pain, things that the back sides of your body can be affected with pain and nerve discomfort, I guess. This exercise can help desensitize that nerve so it's not as challenging. It doesn't hurt as much. So I have my one knee bent, foot on the floor, the opposite leg holding behind my leg. I'm gently going to pull that in towards my chest just a little bit, straight leg, right? Almost straight. And we're going to press through the heel. And then as we pull down, our heel is flexed. And then we point our toe and lift. We flex, pull down, point, and lift. Flex, pull down, point, and lift. Good. Flex, pull down, point, and lift. Good. You can also have this leg straight if that's comfortable for you. Either way, it's fine. Good. And I do 10 of these on each side. And switch, and leg goes up. We flex that heel, press to the ceiling, lengthening the back of my leg. Nice stretch through the back of the leg. Not too much, just a nice stretch. We flex our foot and pull down. We point and lift. Flex, pull down, point, and lift. Flex, pull down, point, and lift. So I usually do 10 of these on each leg. Good. And often if my back is tight, if it's heavy strength training work or something new, sometimes gardening, my low back will get tight. So I'll add some of these, right? You bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug. And then I'll finish the series of these exercises with cat-cow one more time, right? Just to loosen up my low back, loosen it up. So I'll finish with 10 of these. 3, 4. Good, and trying to slow down. Yep, trying to slow down. There you go. Yep, it's tough. It's tough. There we go. Nice and easy. Good. Very nice. And that's it. That is your 5 everyday exercises from BeFit Sherry. Have a great day.